Good morning, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo, my people. It has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's faith. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? It has been another beautiful day for protests, but I do not have anything particularly interesting to bring to your attention as it pertains to what happened while I protested. And as you know, when I have finished protesting, I have brought you an update as to what transpired while I protested. It is always my pleasure and my delight to bring you something of a social nature in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My people, let us be real. Let all Vincentians come to the realization, whether you are a supporter of the Unity Labour Party, a supporter of the New Democratic Party, a supporter of the late Ivan O'Neill's party, or whatever party you support in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The reality is that Gonsalves have been the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And on social media, I saw a poll, and they were determining who was the best Prime Minister in the Caribbean. And the top 3 Prime Minister was Dickon Mitchell, Gaston Brung of Antigua, and Mia Motley of Grenada. Let me put this into perspective for you. When Mia Motley and Gaston Brung were in primary school, Ralph Gonsalves had his own political party and was contesting general election. Yet, these 2 individuals who were in primary school when Ralph Gonsalves had formed his own party and were contesting general election, who recently got into politics, have been more competent and efficient in the administration of government than Ralph Gonsalves is. Let me put this into perspective where Dickon Mitchell, the Prime Minister of Grenada, is concerned. When Dickon Mitchell was just getting out of secondary school, Ralph Gonsalves was already Prime Minister. This man went to college, had a working life, and got into politics. And he has only 3 years as Prime Minister of Grenada. And he is already recognized as more competent and efficient than Ralph Gonsalves. When Ralph Gonsalves was Prime Minister, this man was just going into college. This man finished college, came out of college, had a work life, and now he's Prime Minister of Grenada for 3 years. And in 3 years, his 3 years as the Prime Minister of Grenada is worth more than Ralph Gonsalves' 25 years as Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Listen to this, right? Listen to this. In Dickon Mitchell's 4th year as Prime Minister of Grenada, he had the foresight and the knowledge to invest $500,000 in ensuring the spice industry in Grenada. The next year, Hurricane Beryl hit. You know what happened? It destroyed a quantity of the spice of Grenada. Dickon Mitchell was able to get enough money where he could put aside $2 million for future insurance for the spice industry. He was able to compensate all of the Grenadians that are involved in spice that lose their crop. Full compensation. And he was also able to hand out small compensation to other farmers that needed help in farming. Dickon Mitchell 4th year as Prime Minister have surpassed Ralph Gonsalves' 25 years. While Dickon Mitchell is activating his grey matter and coming up with solutions to better Grenada, the Grenadian economy, and the Grenadians themselves, Ralph Gonsalves is plotting, planning, and conspiring with foreigners to enrich himself. He was doing it by shaking down the management of the Canarian Resort. Now he gone bigger. He want to leave politics a billionaire. He conspired with the Sanders Resort people, and now they are selling the Sanders Resort for $6 to $7 billion, because Gonsalves want to leave politics a billionaire. While Dickon Mitchell, 4th year as Prime Minister, surpassed Ralph Gonsalves' 25 years, yet he wants to run for another term. Incompetence to the highest degree. But yet, he still wants to be Prime Minister for another term. And guess what? The man don't even understand government and how governments operate. After 25 years as the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he still don't understand how governments operates. The people that he surrounds himself with, he cannot teach them anything because he knows nothing. Look at this. The consensus of the entire Caribbean is that free young Prime Minister is more competent than Ralph Gonsalves. My people, I want you to think on this for a little while. Contemplate on these facts for a little while. I am not pulling things out of thin air. Everything that I am saying here can be double-checked and confirmed. I'm not lying about Dickon Mitchell's progress. It is there for all to see. Call your friend in Grenada and ask them. Go and what? The Grenada Facebook page, and you will see the videos of the compensation given to the spice farmers because of Hurricane Beryl's impact on the spice farming. And I will not be surprised if the reason why Dickon Mitchell were able to deal with Carriacou so quickly and swiftly after the hurricane is from the excess money after the compensation from the Hurricane Beryl investment. He was able to help his people in Grenada. The Prime Minister is helping his people in Grenada. Mia Mottley is helping her people in Barbados. Gaston Brown is helping his people in Antigua and Bermuda. Ralph Gonsalves is thieving from the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What? My name is Chief Strongblood. I'll talk to you soon.